The Morgan Report with David Morgan.
David Morgan of themorganreport.com for the week ending 20 January 2023. Well, first up, good news for gold bugs. Gold scores a 9-month high. Gold has been doing what I forecast some time ago. The run to gold has begun. And as I use the metaphor, it's probably a crawl and then a fast crawl and a walk, and again, eventually it gets to a run and an all-out sprint. We're not there yet, but that's the direction. This article is from Bullion Vault. It came out yesterday. Inflation turns transitory again. Yes, price growth in the United States cooled in December as the economy continued to show signs of weakening. Inflation landed at 6.5% compared to the 12 months prior. The figure was in line with what analysts expected, blah, blah, blah. And the overall take here is, what does the market take? And the idea being that, things are fine. Don't worry. Federal Reserve knows what they're doing. We're going to be in a little longer for inflation, but we've got it all handled. And of course, that's all BS, as anyone that follows me knows. This is from Kitco, from Niels Christensen. He does a good job as far as I'm concerned. And the article admits sees record bullion demand in 2022 as sales increased 25% for gold and 29% for silver. And there's a reason for that. I mean, the numbers I won't argue with. I don't argue with fact. But the fact is also that the curtailment of silver eagle production in the United States through higher demand for government-minted silver coinage throughout the world. So maple leaf was probably the second most popular coin. Of course, Australia's mint, government mint, and in Europe, in Britain, etc. But a lot of the demand that would have gone into the silver eagle went to other government-minted silver coins. So would we have sold 40 million ounces of silver from the U.S. Mint if they had the supply? And the answer is yeah, probably would. But you probably wouldn't have seen a 29% increase in silver maple demand. So I think I'm making that clear. Just a few bullet points from the Seeking Alpha. SLV, long-term outlook for silver is bullish. Well, what a surprise. Economic slowdown and likelihood of recession in the United States would have increased the demand for silver. I'm not sure how he comes up with that. The peak in gold-silver ratio in 2020 was bearish formations indicates higher silver prices, agreed. Potential cup and handle, which I did on last week's weekly perspective, and long-term charts indicate that spot silver breakout from 50 may result in explosive movement. I might have done this article last week. It's looking familiar. Anyway, last bullet point, long-term investors have long-term buying opportunity between 19 and 20 per ounce. Of course, it's now at 24. Rounded bottom, so it's up and away, and of course we will get some corrections, but 2023 will be a good year for the metals. Gold's already up 5.2% for the year. We're seeing more and more positive silver articles in the mainstream financial press. This is from CNBC. Silver prices could touch a 9-year high in 23 with a bigger upside than gold. Well, someone's been saying that. In fact, silver did outperform gold last year. Not by a lot, but actually it did. Silver could hit a 9-year high of $30 an ounce this year and outperform gold. Insufficient supplies of silver, as well as a tendency to be a better performer than gold in periods of high inflation, are the reasons. Talks about $30 silver shortage. There is a notable downturn in the available physical stocks held in New York and London's physical hubs, more so than what's seen in gold. Shields added that silver is expected to post deficits of more than 100 million ounces over the next 5 years, with industrial demand spurring the tight supply. Of course, wait until the monetary currency crisis gets further down the road. You think there's demand for industrial supply? Just wait. There's an infinite demand for money that works. Infinite. Which means everybody on the planet that realizes that what they're holding in their hand won't buy them anything, the run to gold will make silver skyrocket. I am exaggerating slightly, but that's the psychology behind the move. There's no demand like monetary demand. Once it's realized why, you must have physical metal. He says, I'm very bullish on gold, but even more bullish on silver. Sounds like something Randy Smallwood would say. Thank you, Randy. No silver lining for silver supplies. We hit peak silver supply about 5-6 years ago. Silver production on a worldwide basis has actually been dropping, and we're not seeing as much silver production from the mines, said Randy Smallwood, president of Wheaton Precious Metals. According to the Silver Institute, the supply of silver for mine production in 2022 was 843.2 million ounces, which is still shy of the decade's peak of 900 million ounces in 2016. When silver prices go up, it's not like the silver mines can increase production because silver mines only supply about 25% of the silver, Smallwood said, adding that the market often relies on zinc mines to satisfy the higher demand. And I've been talking about the other white meat, the other white metals, platinum, palladium, and as I've said publicly, I said it to my members first, of course, that I was taking a position in platinum. Rolling blackouts undercut potential gains of mining industry. This is from South Africa. Reuters published it. Basically what they're saying is that they're having rolling blackouts, and of course that affects the mining industry. Same theme from Mining MX. South Africa mining sector suffers 9% decline in November production amid legion of problems. And again, it talks about the rolling blackouts I just mentioned and what's going on with their energy supply. No energy, nothing happens. Not only mining, farming, transportation. Without energy, nothing happens. Domestically, the energy-intensive mining sector continues to deal with persistent, heightened load shedding, which remains a key operational hindrance. Forecast rebound in the monthly numbers after a sharp drop in October, though the chief economist, Peter Warrington, said output could be highly volatile at the best of times. So they're having a lot of energy problems in South Africa. 70-80% of the platinum comes from South Africa. It's always talked about, and I said it last week, oh, Russia's platinum, Russia's controlling the platinum market or the palladium market. They have more control on palladium than they do on platinum. South Africa. And if South Africa can't mine, and 70% or more of the platinum comes from that one area alone, think about it. Well, I'll talk a little bit about electronic waste, although this is auto waste. Thieves in Japan are stealing platinum palladium parts from Toyota Prius cars as rare metals prices rise. Well, that's something that's been going on. It's just increasing. Last year, there were 173 thefts of mufflers or catalytic converters in eastern Tokyo. It's gaining momentum. More people are doing it. And of course, there's good reason for it. Those metals are very high in price. Let's see. Russia accounts for 40% of the global supply of rare metals. Palladium hit highs above 3,000 last March, while platinum surged above 1,300. By the way, palladium is not, staying as strong as the other three metals, and I could think that still that the platinum story is the story to be on. I was on palladium when it was the place to be. But between the two, I'm far more bullish on platinum than I am palladium at this time. And here's an article that basically says what I just said. Platinum to stay in the driver's seat for 2023, palladium in the rear view. Platinum rally projected to extend as palladium remains in a bear mode. Demand aided by a huge discount on palladium and easier availability. Both technicals and fundamentals indicate trend is likely to accelerate further in 2023. I'm looking for, I don't have an exact number, but about $1,300 platinum. At that place, I will probably not sell my total position, but sell probably half of it and redeploy, probably on the equity side, but I don't know the future. But that's my thinking right now. I'm going to end with this article from MIT Technology Review. Battery recycling is one of MIT Technology's review 10 breakthrough technologies of 2023. As Tesla's former chief technology officer, J.B. Straubel, has been a major player in bringing electric vehicles to the world. What's basically saying is that we need a closed circuit. In other words, anything that you use in the battery metals needs to be recycled. You don't throw anything away. And I like that idea. Those that are premium members of the Morgan Report saw in the December issue what the actual need is to go off of hydrocarbons, and it's obscene. I mean, there's just not enough raw materials in Mother Earth to provide an electric-only system. It can't be done. There's not enough copper, there's not enough silver, there's not enough cobalt, none of it. So certainly anything that we do use, either in the precious or rare earth elements, we need to be very cognizant of when their life expires, that whatever is left can be retrieved and recycled at all costs. So he did write an article on battery recycling, which you can get. You can look up both of these, how old batteries will help power tomorrow's electric vehicles. And again, you can read the article, but basically I like his idea. It's just people aren't really used to recycling on this in this format, but nonetheless, it's going to be important, especially as the world moves into the Greater Depression, as the food supply continues to dwindle and the war efforts among nation states continues. So there's going to be some rather challenging times throughout the planet. So I'll leave it there. It's David Morgan from themorganreport.com. If you're interested in what we do, please come to the website. And when you come to the website, we would appreciate it if you just sign up here for the free letter. When you pull down the blog tab, just hit blog. It'll bring you to this page where most of the free information is. Our portals to our YouTube channel, Twitter feed, LinkedIn, and Facebook are here in the upper right. All you have to do is click those. It'll take you to any of those designators. Do a lot on the blog, as you can see, and of course it's all for free and for fun. And there is a search engine over here, which of course you can find certain articles. There's one called Crypto Conspiracy, issue number 29 right here, and that is the last one I've done. I'll continue to do some more as we continue to go through the new year. So I'll sign off here, wishing everyone a happy new year. I know we're already 3 weeks into it, and I think the metals are going to do as expected, which means a good year, probably not phenomenal. And gold will probably make a new nominal high. I'm expecting like $2,200, $2,300 gold this year. But if you inflation adjust that back to $850 in 1980, you'll find that $850 actually is a higher number on an inflation adjusted basis than $2,300 would be today. This is David Morgan from themorganreport.com signing out.